And welcome to Good News. So, what's been happening? Over at Sky, Martin was furious about his penis operation.
It's got more width, but not quite the length.
BBC Look North interviewed the most wonderful and terrifying granny ever.
I will be very proud of them, but if they let their body hang out and their stomach and their shoulders, I shall throw them in the river.
Is it me, or is there one person in this report not paying attention?
But among these two party activists, neither of whom voted for Mr Corbyn.
And finally, don't you love the way they present the weather in Finland?
Suomeen on vihdoin tulossa pakkasta ja lunta, eli winter is coming.
So what's been going on? Well, as feared, the Paris attacks are still in the news for all the wrong reasons.
Here in the UK, many Muslims say they're worried about a backlash against them in Europe as a result of the attacks in Paris.
I'm not surprised Muslims are worried. Some of the reactions to this tragedy have been so moronic. I mean, did you hear about this? Woman arrested after Facebook post banning Muslims from her beauty salon. Did you see her posts?
Blinks to Bista are no longer taking bookings from anyone from the Islamic faith. I'm sorry, but it's time to put my country first. I've got to protect my country. And the way I'm going to do that is by refusing to wax people's teeth. People that had nothing to do with the attacks in the first place.
It's such insane logic. How is that protecting your country? Like ISIS are going to be on the news. Please, we surrender. Let us have the jazzles. None of this is worth it if we can't have tinted eyelashes. What I want to know, how can you be racist and run a beauty salon? Fake tans must be a nightmare.
Come in, madam. Shh. Now get the fuck out of my shop!
It's madness. Terrorists aren't into beauty or grooming. Most of them look like kebabs. Idiocy wasn't just confined to Britain. Did you see how the American right-wing media responded? Did they promote peace and understanding? What do you think?
Paris should be a wake-up call for every American. Applications for gun permits have surged since the Paris attacks.
Was anybody in that dance hall able to shoot back? No.
Arm yourself and protect yourself.
We cannot wait for the police. We need to rely on ourselves.
One solution? Guns, guns, guns.
Pick up your boom boom stick, America! We gotta shoot our way to peace. It's so depressing. Every single time there's a tragedy, it gets hijacked by fear-mongering, gun-obsessed idiots. I mean, look at the gun this tall has designed.
Florida gun manufacturer has designed an assault rifle with, guess what? Christian symbols on it.
I want a gun where if a Muslim terrorist grabs it, a bolt of lightning knocks them dead right on the spot.
Oh, you want a magic gun?
A magic gun that kills Batman with Jesus lightning.
It gets worse. Look what he's written on the gun.
We have Psalm 144:1. Blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle.
What? You can write anything on a gun. That doesn't make it Christian. You can write God on a dildo. That doesn't make it religious.
What are you doing? I'm trying to get closer to the Lord.
It's insane. Look at the safety settings he's got.
We have 3 settings. Peace is safety, that means the gun won't fire. War is 1 bullet every time you squeeze the trigger. And God wills it, fully automatic.
it's God's idea. Here's what they should have put on that gun. Put the guns down, you redneck cousin fuckers. This is what kills me the most. Look at his justification.
I'm a Christian, and I believe that it's right, and I am encouraging people of my faith to take up arms.
That's exactly what ISIS do, you idiot. We need to stop people hijacking a religion to kill people. By hijacking a religion to kill people. Not that all reactions to the Paris attacks were depressing. Have a look what someone put on a sign in Scotland. Now, talking of things that cheered me up, did you hear about this little fella?
A young boy in Australia has become a national hero after battling through the hiccups to sing the national anthem at a baseball game.
Did you see it? Oh, it's amazing. So, what else? Well, apparently, OAPs are getting their drink on.
People over 65 are being warned about their alarming use of alcohol. 1 in 5 is reported to be drinking at unsafe levels.
Yeah, apparently pensioners have got such a drinking problem they've been told to stop. Fair to say, not all of them are happy. It's so unfair. If they want to have a drink, let them have one. When you think about it, it's pretty tricky to reach old age in this country and not have a drinking problem. Think about it. You're born, drink. Christening, drink. You leave school, drink. You go to uni, drink. You get a job, drink. You fall in love, drink. You get married, drink. You have a kid, drink. You get divorced, drink. You work till you're 70, you retire, and all of a sudden, you're not allowed to drink. You spend the next 20 years being ravaged by illness until you perish, and what do all your mates do when you die? They have a fucking drink! If your nan wants a Zambuca, let her have one. There's nothing better than your nan at a party.
Very Whoa. Blow it out.
It's not just humans who like a tipple. Good laugh, madam. Did you hear? She goes again. Did you hear? Did you hear what happened during the filming of David Attenborough's new show? A polar bear raided the larder and stole all the wine. How brilliant is that? Here we see the mighty polar bear, pissed off his tits on Rosie. Flipping over a walrus, grabbing its tusk, shouting, ooh, 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 look at me, I'm riding a space hopper. Amazing, isn't it? Right. Do you reckon Attenborough will get his own back? Next series opens just him burning a glacier with a lighter. Huh? Yeah? This is what happens when you take Daddy's stash. I love this story so much. We've actually got footage of him making his getaway. There he goes. He was even worse the next day. There he is. Not that all animals were on the lash this week. Some were busy working. Did you hear about the Queen? Airport sniffer dog makes beeline for the Queen's handbag.
Shit! Philip! They're after the ganj! Flush the dust! Flush the dust!
So did she get detained? No. Ruby search proved fruitless.
You've got nothing on me, dog. Philip ate it all on the way.
I'm melting. Now, talking of strange run-ins, did you hear about Bojo?
Boris Johnson would like to think he's on the side of the cyclist, but by some of the reactions he got this morning, he may still have some work to do.
Yes, he does, right? He was opening a new bike lane, waved at a fellow cyclist, and then this happened. Look at that. Hello, piss off, okie dokie. Over in America, have you been watching the Republican race for the White House? Wow. It's between Ben Carson, crazy, and Donald Trump, crazy! First up, let's meet Carson.
Ben Carson, a neurosurgeon and Seventh-day Adventist who talks openly about his faith.
He's a Christian. Humble, principled. He is the anti-Trump.
So, why is he crazy? Well, because he says stuff like this.
You think being gay is a choice?
Absolutely.
Why do you say that?
Because a lot of people who go into prison straight, and when they come out, they're gay.
I must have missed that bit in the Shawshank Redemption.
I remember the first time I saw Andy. He walked into the prison, tore up a photo of his wife, and sucked my balls. They say hope can kill a man. Well, balls can nearly choke him.
He's not just... Sorry, he's not just homophobic. Did you see what he said about Obama providing health care to poor people?
Obamacare is really, I think, the worst thing that has happened in this nation since slavery.
The worst thing since 9/11? Vietnam? Honey Boo Boo? What a dick, though, you know? Mind you, what I say is nothing compared to this guy.
Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy?
Yeah, that's right, my friends. Pastor Manning is back. So, is he a fan of Ben Carson? I can't really figure it out.
Ben Carson is a demon.
Right. So that's a no. He is a lunatic. Look what he said about Carson's supporters.
And everybody that supports him are closeted sodomites, fags, lesbos, butt lickers.
Butt lickers?
You ever turned them on?
So that's Carson. Let's meet the front-runner, Donald Trump, a man with all the charm of a turd that won't flush.
I want surveillance of certain mosques, okay?
It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Ku Klux Klan leader has described Trump as the best in the lot.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
Who cares?
How is he in the lead, right? Mind you think that's bad? Look what he said about his own daughter.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her, you know.
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird.
And when he's not trying to bone his kids, all he keeps banging on about is building a wall to keep Mexicans out.
We will have a wall. The wall will be built. The wall will be successful. And if you think walls don't work, all you have to do is ask Israel.
Oh, yeah. It's really peaceful over there, isn't it? Walls work, not if you ask Palestinians, you hamster-haired bellend. He's such a tit. Look what else he said about Mexicans. He called Mexican migrants who came to the US rapists and murderers. He even had a pop at kids saying that children of Mexican immigrants weren't real American citizens. And how did one activist group respond? It was hugely controversial, but I have to show you.
Hola, Donald Trump. Screaming, get out of my country. Republicans use offensive words.
So here's a few of our own.
F*** you, racist.
There you go. Pretty good. My guest this week is a cook and food campaigner who has waged war on battery farming, fish quotas and food waste.
Millions of people in Britain are struggling to pay their food bills. Yet a third of all the food we produce never gets eaten. That has to be wrong. Who or what is telling you that these can't go to your supermarket clients?
The supermarkets themselves.
I want to persuade our biggest corporations to stop wasting millions of tons of food. And I want to see what we can do to waste less food ourselves.
Look at that. That's naughty. I think there's at least one good tea left in here.
Because what we chuck away at home is costing the average British family £700 a year. It's time we all declared war on waste.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hugh Whittingstall. Thank you. Thank you very much for being on the show, my friend. Here we go. Now, you've had your hands in a lot of bins.
Yeah. Recently especially, yeah. Been delving deep.
I was going to ask you about that. What's the weirdest thing you've ever... Do you find something and then you couldn't show it on telly? Like, it's a used condom, we can't...
Do you know what? This is true.
Right.
You see that big dump where, in the opening shot there where you see the big truck behind me?
Yeah.
We actually interviewed someone who helps run that plant. And I was just looking down and there was an enormous dildo at his feet. Big kind of wibbly-wobbly rubber one.
Right. And did you throw it out because it was wonky?
No, he after a bit, we'd been talking to him for quite a long time. After a bit, he noticed it too.
Oh, right.
I think because he saw me looking down quite and he gave it a kick. The first kick, it didn't go anywhere.
Right.
The second kick, he kind of launched it.
Yeah. So you just sort of see him kind of randomly going like that.
So I saw it all happen, but it wasn't captured forever on film.
Wow. Why do we hate wonky veg? It's fascinating, isn't it?
I'm not convinced that we do hate it.
Right.
I think we recognise that it's good food. But we've got a bit confused about the concept of wonky veg, because some of the supermarkets are doing this thing saying, oh, look, we're starting to love wonky veg. So they go all the way through the carrot factory looking for all the sort of four-fingered carrots and the really odd-looking ones, and they put them all in a bag and sell them at half price. Say, look, we're all over the wonky veg. We've solved the wonky veg problem. Meanwhile, and this is what I really have a problem with, there's huge amounts of almost perfect carrots with one little spot on them or a slight bend to the right, a bit like the thing we saw on the floor.
Yep.
Anyway. And that's being thrown away. Now, whatever we think about the look of this stuff, we must recognise it's perfectly good food.
But also, no one's ever looked at a carrot and gone, oh, it's not aesthetically pleasing, I won't eat it. Do you know what I mean? It's a carrot. You eat it because your mum tells you lies when you're a kid. It makes you see in the dark. That's how we eat veg, lies.
No, I completely agree. And the phrase that the supermarkets use that kind of says it all in a way is cosmetic standards. It's almost like...
What an insane job that is. So you're telling me somebody at Tesco is their job to judge carrots as they kind of come out like...
Well, yeah.
Look at her, she's right.
It's actually... It is almost as mad as that.
It's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with being slightly wonky. I don't know if you can see, I've got a slightly lazy eye, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I got one a bit smaller than the other.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Brothers. Wonky eye brothers.
Oh, look at that. What a lovely moment. Exactly. We should be on...
If we were carrots, we'd be rejected. We'd be on the heap.
Oh.
I know.
What kind of world are we living in, Hugh?
That's the right way to look at it, isn't it? That if we were carrots...
So if you're telling me in the...
There's a lot of carrots here that would be rejected.
This is...
Sorry. Didn't put enough makeup on. Out you go. Teeth slightly crooked. Off. Mate, off. I'm serious. Off.
This is so brilliant. A minute ago, they were absolutely charmed by you, and now you're like, you're a pig, you're a munter. What is that? Is that even human? Somebody's brought an orc in here. But you make a valid point. I mean, if we were in the carrot world, I wouldn't be on telly, you wouldn't be on telly. We'd be by a bin snivelling. And then a more pleasing carrot version of you would be in that bin getting stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I find you fascinating, because, I mean, you eat... There aren't many people that are proud to eat roadkill, and you are one of those people. The only other person I know, my granddad, this is genuinely true. When we were little, like, Dad used to drive the car, Gran would be down with us. He used to look at roadkill and just, as we go past it, we're leaving that. Oh, I can't believe we're leaving that. He used to get upset, and he wouldn't speak to my dad for the whole night. Yeah, we're eating pie. We could be out the back eating a badger, you asshole. But you're the only person I know.
Yes, I mean, I've occasionally eaten road. You do. I agree with you. Occasionally you pass something on the road that's too good to miss.
Oh, here's a question. Have you ever been driving along, seen an animal, go, I fancy that, and then hit it?
Here's an answer.
Oh! Did you kill Cecil?
No. No.
No. You've never... No. Is there anything you wouldn't eat, though? I'm intrigued.
Yes.
What?
Oh, gosh. If you fry me an egg, and if you don't baste it with hot oil or flip it over so it's over easy, if you leave some of that white runny around the edge of the yolk, I am not touching it. Am I right?
Wow. I'll say I would never mess up eggs. I'm the king of eggs.
So, would you baste it for me?
No, I'll scramble those bastards up. What I'll do, scramble them, bit of goat's butter, bit of pepper.
A bit of goat's butter?
Yeah.
You're talking my language.
Yeah, it's
Have
amazing.
you ever made goat's butter?
No.
I have. I've milked the goat, taken the cream off the top of the milk and turned it into butter. And here you are talking about goat's butter.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It is lovely, but...
Like I said, brothers.
Yeah. But yours is...
My goat butter brother.
I'm a goat butter brother from another mother. Nice. I like it, but... I don't think I could milk a goat. I just feel... I've never milked an animal.
OK.
I just...
If you do... What have you milked, by the way? An audience, obviously.
No, I've milked an audience. I once had breast milk squirted in my face.
OK. Yeah. As an act of aggression or excitement, or...?
Sort of for humour. Yeah, my auntie screamed bitty at me and squirted it in my face.
Lovely.
Yeah,
lovely.
Different backgrounds. But, so I guess what I'm saying is I've had milk squirted at me from an animal, but...
OK.
I've never milked one. How did you have to put yourself in a mental space to... especially a goat, they've got a beard, they're like...
A little bit of rhythm.
A bit of rhythm.
And don't squeeze as hard as you think you might have to.
OK. Yeah, I think I just have Marge.
A lighter touch will do it.
A lighter touch.
And it's sort of bit of...
Yeah. But would you...
I haven't done it for a while,
No.
but something you never forget. The thing is, if you do it with two hands, it doesn't look rude, does it?
No.
Does it?
But you do know that that's going to be turned into an internet gif that will be like, did anyone see Hugh wanking off two ghosts? That's what it'll be. Where do you stand on human flesh? Would you eat human flesh?
I have done.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a slightly ambiguous thing. I've eaten placenta.
Oh, OK.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, that's fine.
No,
fine.
I think he's fine. Like, because I was thinking if I was going to eat any human, Chris Eubank, because
I can't.
He's been punched a lot. Tenderised meat. Yeah. I was watching him on I'm a Celebrity thinking, I bet he's bloody delicious. And you know when you've said something out loud and the rest of the family have looked around and you've had to go, But I stand by it. I'd scoff him down. Chris, if you're watching, I would eat you.
He'll be right over then, won't he?
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's going to be on telly. Now, here's a question for you. You're on death row. It's your final meal. I'll cook you anything. What would you have?
Shepherd's pie and a toffee crisp.
That was an instant answer, no knocking around.
And a pint of cider.
And a pint of cider. Any particular reasons? There wasn't even a thought process. You went bang, bang.
Well, Shepherd's pie is
standard.
Yeah, my mum's
dirty.
cooking was always... Well, I used to love that bit in the middle of the week when you'd had roast lamb for your Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Mix it with a bit of ketchup, any leftover gravy from the roast. It would all go in, mashed potato on the top. Forking up the mash into those little mountains, very important.
Yeah.
Brushing it with a little butter.
Yeah.
In a very hot oven, all crispy and brown, and especially the forky bits, and then the saucy bit of meat bubbling up from under the mash, coming slightly over the top of the mash and slightly over the edge of the pie dish, and making a streaky, sort of crispy, gooey, crunchy, ringy bits, where, you know, death row, it's got to be, isn't it?
Damn right, let's all die together. Oh, my God, that was like the Marks and Spencer advert came to life. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Good answer, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Hugh F-W. Next up, this may be the most pointless thing ever to get worked up about.
This week, Starbucks unveiled its annual holiday surprise, the Red Cup. But some customers are now saying this year's design is a disappointment.
It doesn't give me like the, wow, it's Christmas, you know what I mean?
Some are even calling the cups part of a war on Christmas this year.
Of all the things to get upset with, the cup doesn't have elves on it. I wanted to see a reindeer! The American media lost their mind over this story. This was my favourite moment.
What ticks me off about this cup, Adam, is there's nothing in it. Oh, geez, there was something in it. OK, there was something in it.
Mind you, not everyone is upset with Starbucks because of the Red Cup.
You've talked about how Starbucks uses gay semen in their coffee to make it taste good. Where did that come from?
Because gays tend to love each other's semen, and it flavors up the coffee. They like the taste of it. There's no doubt about that.
There's no doubt about it. Semen in the coffee. Everywhere you look in Starbucks, semen, semen, semen.
No, cinnamon. Cinnamon.
You mean last year? When I did the semen challenge? Oh, my Lord.
Finally tonight, a lovely little story about the power of football.
As the sun sets on the pitch, the smallest of steps are being made for a major prize, the protection of vulnerable children.
Keep it together, OK, guys?
Together, everybody achieves more.
You're watching one of the country's newest football teams. Like most, they're united to win games. But, unlike others, the Unity of Faith team were founded in West London to provide a safe haven for children from gangs and Islamist extremist groups. Football's common culture and simple rules, scoring is good, conceding is bad, has allowed these players to forge new links and relationships.
It has taught me about this, the unity of faiths, and that no matter what religion you are, you'd always be British.
Important that you guys understand each other.
Local psychologist Shamenda Talwar founded the team just over a year ago. He became worried that young people in his community were in danger of being groomed by groups online.
Put that arm around their shoulder and saying, listen, you know, if the gate is out there of someone telling you, look, go to some other country for the promised land, and if the gate is there of Stamford Bridge with Mourinho holding his hand, what would you choose? So the child will obviously choose Mourinho.
This charity believe uniting through football is the answer to affirming identities and saving lives. Politicians at Westminster will be watching to see if the beautiful game can break down barriers.
Pretty cool, huh? Thanks very much for watching the news. Good night, my friends. Good night. Farewell.